unify our minds. So, example of these objects are the disks, the breath, concept of being, recollection, etc. So there are different kind of objects that we can choose to unify our mind. Traditionally, these objects are related to what is called the temperaments of beings. So it is said that when we are reborn, I mean the relinking moment, so this relinking consciousness, I mean, has certain qualities and inherits certain kind of tendencies from previous life. So we are born with a certain temperament. So these objects are chosen normally according to the temperament. I'm not going to talk about the temperament here, but so this is the traditional way, I mean, to choose an object for oneself. I mean, there are some ways, I mean, to understand the temperament of oneself and others in our books. By the way, I mean, a person walks, by the way that a person behaves, the way the person eats, and so on. So by observing these things, I mean, we can understand the temperament, and then we can recommend an object. So example of these objects are the disks that we are going to see in the next slide, and also the breath. So I'm going to explain a little more about that when we talk about insight meditation. Concept of beings refers to the what is called the divine abidings. So when we practice tranquility meditation, we can take a concept of being as object. We say concepts, not beings, because we cannot take a being, I mean, because it is an ultimate reality. So we take a concept of being. For example, I can visualize my mother, for example, and send loving kindness to her. So what I'm seeing in my mind is a concept of her. I mean, actually, it is not the real her. So that's why it's a concept of being. So this meditation has to do, take beings up as objects. So having kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity are the four divine abidings. So it takes these divine abidings take concept of being, and also the recollections. Anu sati. Sati means, has a meaning of remembering. Anu means again and again. So these kind of meditations are, you could say, discursive meditation. So we repeat something in our minds. For example, I mean, when we practice recollection of the quality of the Buddha, so there are 9 qualities of the Buddha. You may know by heart. So we learn by heart these qualities one by one, and also we also learn the meaning of each of these 9 qualities, and then, I mean, we repeat in our mind each of these qualities again and again and again. So that means we bring to our mind these qualities. That's why they are called recollections. And some people use these beads, I mean, It's not necessary. And there are different kind of recollection that you can practice. It's a kind of thinking, actually, this meditation, because you are deliberately bringing to your mind something that you have learned before, something that you know. And by doing that, again and again, your mind becomes tranquil, serene, and you become peaceful. That is it's a very common practice in Buddhist countries, especially because it is said that these recollections are a meditation for people who have a faithful temperament. So if you are a Buddhist and you have faith in the Buddha, for example, this is the recommended tranquility meditation for you. But if you are not a Buddhist, I mean, maybe you can learn another formula and you repeat again and again in your mind, and the result may be the same. So these are the recollections. So the recollection of the Buddha, recollection of the Dhamma, recollection of the Sangha, the community, and also you have the recollection of generosity and of sila, morality, virtue. So things that you have done good in the past, you can also bring back to your mind in the present. This kind of practice also are good for old people who cannot sit on a cushion and may have some kind of disability. So it is easy, I mean, if you are older, I mean, to bring to your mind something good that you did, like, I mean, practicing of generosity or observing precepts and things like that. And also, I mean, there is another practice that's called mindfulness of death, maranasati also. Some persons are practicing now in one of the monasteries. So there are many different kind of tranquility meditation from which you can choose one of them. And there is another thing that we have to understand about tranquility meditation. There are two. One is that you have to choose an object in advance. And the second thing is that you focus your mind on that object and forget about everything else. So these are, and there is one more thing, that most of the objects of tranquility meditation are concepts. That means there are things that don't exist in an ultimate sense. So, and the purpose of tranquility meditation is to develop concentration. So given these characteristics that I have mentioned to you, first, you need to choose the object. You need to focus your mind on that object that you have previously chosen. And forget about anything else and try to keep your mind on that object. So given these characteristics of tranquility meditation, normally you need to go to a secluded place to do this, where you don't have many distractions to do this practice. I mean, if you want to do seriously and deeply, I mean, it's better to go to a secluded place, to a forest, a place where there are no distractions, sounds, and so on.